Mary Seacole. She was a pioneer nurse and heroine of the Crimean War who as a mixed race woman overcame a double bias. She was born in Kingston, Jamaica on November 23, 1805. Her father was a Scottish soldier and her mother a Jamaica Maryland her nursing skills from her mother. Mary and her family had few civil writings they couldn't vote, hold public office, or enter the professions. Mary was an inveterate traveler visiting other parts of the Caribbean, including Cuba, Haiti, and the Bahamas, as well as Central America and Great Britain. On the trips, she supplemented her knowledge of traditional medicine with European medical ideas. She financed her how to trip the Crimeans here she established the British Hotel near Balaclava to provide a dining room and comfortable rooms for sick and convalescent officers. She also visited the battlefield sometimes under fire to tend to the wound, becoming known as Mother Seacole. Mary Seacole died on May 1881. Boney M. Boney M is a musical group that was born in Holland in the mid-70s, made up of musicians Liz Michelle, Bobby Farrell, Marsha Brent, and Macy Williams. They all worked in London. They were all from Jamaica. The group was born in almost experimental way since they went to try to interpret the song Baby Do You Wanna Boom in a funky version, and the success was that they decided to make a group called Boney M. He began performing in different venues in Europe and even at some fairs until in 1976 they had the opportunity to perform in a German television program the song Daddy Cool, which achieved unexpected success. By the mid-1980s, they had achieved no less than 12 gold records and 18 platinum records. During the 90s, the group continued to release albums such as 18th century hits, The Best of Boney M, Christmas Party, or Best Spain.
Usain Bolt, born on August 21, 1386, is age in the 24 years. He was born in Sherwood County, Jamaica. Usain Bolt is a Jamaican athlete, one of the great parents in the history of athletics. Unanimously acclaimed as the greatest sprinter of all time, Usain Bolt was among the star grew on the most and the 28th Beijing Olympics. His extraordinary speed and the apparent ease with which he achieved 3 gold medals and the 3 world records impressing the world and they established him as an inaffordable sprinter, head of these teams. Usain Bolt was born into a wealthy family co-parent to the poverty that plagues the Caribbean islands. As a child, his growth was spectacular, which together with an unbalanced diet caused explosive debuts of Spain. But still he ran like a greyhound. They did not Beijing to trade him for the anomaly until at the age of the 15 he became the youngest junior world champion in the story in the 20s meters. Usain Bolt participated in the Beijing 28, the World Cup in the Berlin 29, London 2012, Rio de Janeiro 2016. These were the most important events where Usain Bolt participate. Another famous person is Patrick Ewing, who is a rating professional basketball player from the NBA. He was born August 5 in 2062 in Kingston, Jamaica, and moved to the US when he was 20 years old. During his childhood, he preferred to play cricket and soccer, but learning to play basketball in high school. She joins the Mid Wellesley Upward Bound program, which is a college preparatory program for the underprivileged youth. He led his team to three straight championships and was invited to three hosts for the 1918 Olympic team, become to the first high school student to be invited to Olympic triathlons. He was not selected, but the experience itself was invaluable to him. Ewing attended Georgetown University in the Washington D.C. and during his time there became a citizen of the United States. He led his team to the NCAA Tournament Championship Game 3 of the East for Year 3. They emerged victorious, with Ewing named as Outstanding Player of the tournament. The same year, he tried again with the Olympics team, eventually winning the gold medal.
Tay Diggs was born in Jamaica in 1971, the son of Marcia, a teacher and actress, and Jeffrey Diggs. He grew up in New Jersey and later moved with his family to New York, where he attended the School of the Arts. He is the oldest of five children. He has two brothers and two sisters. He graduated from Syracuse University in musical theater. His Broadway debut was in 1994 in the revival of musical Carousel, thanks to which he received his first Tony Award. In 1996, he was part of the cast of the acclaimed Rent by Jonathan Larson, thanks to which he became now and was later seen in the plays with the Well Party, the revival of Chicago, and Wicked. In 1998, he made his big screen debut with the film Who Stella Got Her Groove Back, a film which he has acclaimed. Other of these appearances of the big screen included The Best Man, House of Haunted, Will, Wind of Geoffrey Rush, Just a Kiss, and Brown Sugar. Claude McKay was born on September 15, 1889 in Jamaica. His mother and father spoke proudly of their respective legacy and Ashanti heritage. Mackay combined his African pride with his love for British poetry. He studied poetry and philosophy with the Englishman Walter Geigley, who encouraged the young man to start writing poetry in his own Jamaican dialect. And London publishing house produced Mackay first books of verse, Song of Jamaica and Constant Ballads in 1912. He became involved in various social and political causes. He continued to explore economies, even traveling to the Soviet Union to attend the Fourth Congress of the Park Communist Party. After spending time in the United States, Mackay left the country again, spending what turned out to be 11 extremely productive years in Europe and North Africa. Wrote three novels, Home to Harlem, Banjo and Banana Bottom, and a collection of short stories during this period. Her experience working with Catholic relief organization in New York inspired a new collection of essays, Harlem Black Metropolis, which offers observations and analysis of the African American community in Harlem at the time. McCain died of the heart attack in Chicago Alliance on May 22, 1948.
Ziggy Marley, born on October 17, 1962, in Trenchtown, he is a Grammy winner and Jamaican musician. He is the oldest son of Rita and Bob Marley, the legendary roots reggae singer. His mother Rita named and baptized him. David was his father Bob nicknamed hit Ziggy, in reference to marijuana cigarette. An alternative explanation links David Bowie, nicknamed Ziggy Stardust, to his 1972 album Born in the Saint and Empire, Jamaica, Marley learning to play a guitar and the drums. His father. The single "Tomorrow People" from the album "Consensus Party" peaked at number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100. VH1 voted the song the 85 ratings winner from 80 hits. His solo studio album "Love Is My" extremely popular, reaching number 6 on the Billboard Top Reggae Album and the journey to great commercial and the critical appreciation family. Continue. Jimmy Cliff. Jimmy Cliff born James Chambers on April 1st, 1948 in Thompson District. Street James in Jamaica began his career as musician and actor, writing songs at elementary school and later developed his talent while attending Kingston Technical High School. Before finishing his high school education, he began local talent shows. Producer by time he was 44. He had the releasing several singles, including Hurricane Heidi. The hit that launched his career soon after. He was regularly producing and releasing many local hits, and was well known his country in 1944. An age of 16, Cliff was chosen to be one year World's Fair. He then signed White Island Records and moved to the Ukraine in the late 1960s. Cliff's career to tech began collaborating with and received recognition from well-known musicians including Bob Dylan.
Hello, teacher. My name is Daniel. It was my turn to talk about the great celebrity from Jamaica and will talk a little about her life. Number 1. Robert Next Marlene, born on February 6 in 1945 in 9 Mile, Frodenhall, Saint and Paris, small to north the island of Jamaica in the Caribbean Sea. He was the son of Cadelia Booker and from Jamaica, who was 18 years when Ball was born Norman Mailer and was Jamaican of English descent. His family came from Essex. A captain in the Royal Marines British, who was considered English because when entering the British Armed Forces to war, I was on the form his side he was English, so the war not the question more and because at the time Jamaica was a colony of the United Kingdom and its weight population and British nationality. Normal's date of birth and controversial since according to main sources he was born in 1945, so he would be 55 years old when his son Bob Marley was born, but according to her sources he was born much earlier. In 1981, also normally helped his wife financially and his son sources his mother, a boxer and mother, pushed him to stay away from the child because of Brazil perjudice. Citation net, Bob's father died when was 9 years old en 1945. Number 1. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling born desert age 1945, age 25 Kingston en Jamaica. Club Goal 128, Pars Goal 58. Age 1.75, current teams Manchester City Football, number 8, England National Soccer Team forward, children Thiago Sterling, Molode Sterling. Raheem Sterling is an English football player forward. His current team is Manchester City FC on the English Premier League. He is also international with the England team. He was considered one on the premise of English football. Thank you, teacher.